Hi flower friends. First I want to just take a moment to acknowledge my beautiful new logo. I'm very excited. It's been something that I've been thinking about for a long time now. I mean, honestly, since I first decided to start this business. And I have a friend named Sarah who owns a company called the Adirondack Ink, and she's a calligrapher and she's just an artist. So I reached out to her. So I told her my thoughts, what I wanted the shape to be, what flowers I wanted, and we worked together, and she just came up with this beautiful, beautiful thing. And I'm gonna do a video all about the logo and why I chose what I did and what it means to me, but that's for another time. Right now, I'm really excited because I got my shipment from Swan Island Dahlias. Swan Island Dahlias. So I didn't order a lot from them, 27 tubers maybe. I really just fell in love with their catalog and I wanted to support another small business flower farm. So, where'd I put my knife? Oh, it's over there. Excuse me. Okay, so I'm just gonna open these up and see what they look like. What we got in store here. It's beautifully packaged. We have a special note regarding your dahlia order. It says each dahlia tuber will have its variety name stamped directly on it. Dust off the peat moss and you'll be able to tell which dahlia is which by the name stamped. If you're not ready to plant, keep your tubers in a cool area with peat moss. Don't let them freeze. If they're sprouting, that's normal and will not affect the growth of your plants. It says if it has occurred, trim the sprouts back to approximately 1 to 2 inches when you're planting them. Okay, so then it just goes on about if I have any failures. And then I have my information on my order. So I ordered 3 black satin, 3 bride to be, 3 Chilson's Pride, 3 Amber Queen, 3 Aw Shucks, 3 Daydreamers, and 3 All That Jazz. Plus I received, I believe, 4 free dahlias as well. It doesn't say that on here, but that was the plan. That was my email. Here's a growing guide with some information on their annual festival. Swan Island Dahlias has 40 acres. They're located in Oregon. Oh, wouldn't that be a dream trip? Here's their spring catalog. Oh, and they're introducing a new dahlia for 2020. It's called Gabby's Wish. I will be diving into this book later on. Okay. How cute are these? Each one is packaged. Okay, so each set of tubers, I can feel them. There are 3 in here. Oh my gosh, they're each individually packaged and they're beautiful. This is just, there's the black satin. These ones are a little bigger. That was Amber Queen, the first one that I pulled out. Bride to be. Daydreamer, Aw Shucks, Chilson's Pride, oh, yep, looking good. All That Jazz. Ooh, those ones feel nice and firm. They feel fantastic. So my freebies must be in here. They must be stamped. It just says 3 in this bag. Can't remember how many I got. It was just based on, I think every $50 you spent, you got a free tuber. And then there's Diva is in this bag. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pot these up. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pot them up and get them started. I think I have enough room. So as you can see, we got snow this morning. We are nowhere near ready for spring planting, but I'm going to use these pots that I had for hanging baskets last year to start the dahlias. They're working perfectly. I just got to clean them out. Okay, I'm out here in my garage, which I should probably say is my husband's garage. He made coffee just now. It's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. What time is it? 3:30? It's 3:37 p.m. on a Friday. and nothing makes me happier than coffee. So I have all my stuff out here. So I just kind of use whatever I have on hand to pot up dahlias. So I have a lot of peat moss, and then I have this flower and vegetable garden soil that you mix into your native soil in the ground. It's okay to use in pots too, as long as you mix it with something. It's got a slow release fertilizer, but it only fertilizes when the temperatures are warm. So just using it to pot up these dahlias. They're only going to be in this mix for about 4 weeks until I put them out in the landscape. So I have these broken hanging baskets. What do you use to pot up dahlias? I don't want to be spending a ton of money. I found these on the side of my house from where I must have stored them at some point. I'm going to use them. I've been using them about a week and a half ago. I potted up some other dahlias. They're in my basement. I'll show you how they've progressed so far. So this is just something you can use that you have around your house. You don't have to spend a ton of money on this, especially if you're only starting, you know, 3, 4, 5 tubers just to have in your landscape. And this will get your blooms. I mean, let's see, I'm 4 weeks away from my last frost date. Probably should wait a week or 2 after before I put them in the ground. So I'm going to be getting blooms 6 weeks earlier than if I had waited until the last frost, and you wait till the temperature of the soil warms up and you put them in the ground. So this is just going to get you a jump start on those blooms, because dahlias, as you know, will bloom until the first frost. So the sooner you get those blooms, the longer your season's going to be. So I'm just going to add some of this soil to the peat moss that I have in this bucket. Mix it around a little bit. Probably should get some gloves. This is a little wet from it being outside, which will be perfect because you don't want your dahlias to be soaking wet. You want them to be able to dry out. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get my gloves and mix that up. Okay, so I got my gloves, rolled up my sleeves. Just gonna mix this peat moss and this soil together. Okay, and I'm just gonna start adding it, and I'm gonna make a little bit of a mess because, like all good hanging baskets, there is drainage in the bottom, which is good. Okay, so I filled it up, got about 3 inches, and let's see, let's start with Daydreamer. Let's see. A little staple, take care of that. Just gonna pour it right in. Oh, okay, so it's stamped with a nice blue stamp. It says Daydreamer. I'm going to go ahead and get a close-up of that. Ha! So photos you will see on your screen right now are from my phone. Okay, so we have a tuber with an eye. I'm going to go ahead and lay that out. I'm going to have the eye pointing up. Here's another one, also with an eye that's sprouting. I'm going to lay it here. And here's the third tuber, also with a sprouting eye. These are nice, firm, beautiful dahlias, and I'm so excited at the quality of these. The ones that I stored myself in the basement, hideous. They look like shriveled up, disgusting pieces of garbage. I don't even know, dead leaves. But, as I'll show you in a few minutes, they're sprouting downstairs. So it's really surprising on how much a dahlia can take. So, what I'm going to do is put these 3 in here. And I'm going to go ahead and label them Daydreamer, because I'll forget. And I'm also going to grab one of the mysteries and add that in here too. And I'll put a stick in for that too, because I don't have enough pots to do them individually. Okay, so here's the mystery bag. They should be stamped as well. Okay. Mystery bag says Citron du Cap. I don't see. Oh, there's some eyes. They're just there are several eyes on this. Okay, so Citron du Cap. I'm gonna nestle that in. I'm gonna put that there just so I know. Put my gloves back on. Don't know why I took them off. I don't like to work with gloves on. Your phone's going off. My video. Rude. And I'm just covering them with a couple of inches of soil. So there's the citron. Here are the daydreamers. And I'm going to move on to the next one. So that's exactly what I'm going to do with the rest of them. And then once it's good, once it's in, I'm going to give it a little water. I don't want to soak it. I don't want them absolutely saturated. Just give them a little bit of moisture. They need to be able to dry out. So, and then that's the last time I'm going to water them for a very long time. Believe it or not, I fit all 27 tubers into these pots, and this is kind of an experiment. I figured they didn't really need much space since they're only going to be inside for about a month. So it takes a week or so for them to even sprout, and the ones that I've had potted up for almost 2 weeks now are only a little bit tall. So we'll see if this ends up working or not. But this is kind of like my experiment for space saving, because we all need that. I only have a certain amount of space for growing, and I'm trying to make the most of my space. So I'm going to go ahead and take these outside. Give them a little water, let them sit outside for just a little bit and soak up the water, and then I'm going to bring them down to my basement. Bring them down into my basement. Oh, one more thing. I'm going to take these clippers and take all these off. The ones downstairs were fully intact, but these have been so damaged by the wind. Oh, look. Oh, they come right off. Perfect. Okay, so here are the dahlias I just potted up. I gave them a little bit of water, and they're hanging out nice and fresh down here. And then these are the dahlias that I already potted up before. And take a look at that sprout. There's actually two right there. Let me zoom out a little bit. Get some focus. Yeah, so those are two, and this is my grandmother's yellow dahlia. It was absolutely gorgeous. This over here, that's one of my cactus dahlias from last year. And I did the same thing. So there's like 3 or 4 dahlias, maybe 5 in each one. Way back there, you see that's one of my purple and whites. So I potted those up a little over a week ago, maybe 10 days. And they're starting to sprout. Oop, there's another sprout right there. And that is my purple and white as well. And there's a couple of other little sprouts that are coming. So they're just going to hang out there. I have some of my stuff growing right here. What is that empty space? Oh, I brought the radishes out to the greenhouse this morning. Because they can handle the cold temperatures, but everything else in here cannot. Well, actually, that's not true. But the artichokes, I think, can. The artichokes will be going out soon because they have overstayed their welcome. But there's a whole bunch of stuff over here as well on underneath that light. Ooh, gladiolas. So I'll be doing another video potting up some ranunculus and doing some other things as well. So, needless to say, super pleased with Swan Island Dahlias. The packaging was just amazing. I've ordered from a few other companies before. I still have not got my Edney Glockner order in. That is quite substantial. That's 10 times more than the Swan Island Dahlia order, but quite frankly, so far, so worth it. So I'm really happy with what I got in the mail today. The tubers were all firm, no sign of rot. All of them had a visible eye. Most of them had a little bit of growth. They were all clearly labeled. Nothing was mistaken, and everything was packaged and put together just so perfectly, and I'm really happy with it. So I will definitely be ordering from them again. Very happy with that. So anyway, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.